Everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Kathy's Random Acts of Stampin'. I'm glad you stopped by today. We are going to look at a stamp set that is called Labeled with Love. This is such a cute stamp set, and we're going to actually kind of zero in on the butterflies, but we're also going to be using the greenery and the flowers. And look at that font and that happy birthday. I love it, and I think this will be the perfect set for a birthday card. So that's exactly what we're going to do with this. So I've got some of my stamps loaded up. I also pulled out my Be Your Valentine. I wanted this little trailing I guess like where they've flown, to put behind my butterflies. And you'll see how I plan on using that. So I'm also going to use the Eyelet 3D embossing folder. This is so soft and so pretty, and I thought it would go perfect with our butterflies. So let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be a quick card, and you're only going to need 4 pieces of cardstock. So I have all 4 pieces. I have a piece here we're going to cut down for our inside. And this is going to definitely have to be cut down just a little bit. I have a black mat to go on the front, and then we're going to do all the magic on this piece of white. And this is 3 3/4 by 5. So let's do a little bit of stamping. So the first thing I want to do is stamp the detail of the butterfly, and you get 2 butterfly stamps in there so you can actually fill in the color, but I'm going to color mine today using some Stampin' Blends. So I'm going to start out with my Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and we're going to ink up our butterflies. And we're going to do a trail of butterflies down the front of this. So I want this one right about there. And give it a good press. Give that ink time to absorb into your cardstock. Beautiful. And then ink it up again. This one I want kind of going up. So maybe a little bit different angle. Maybe there. Same thing, I'm going to give it a little press, give it time enough to transfer. And then we're going to do the last one right about here. And let's turn him like this. Ready. So I'm going to go ahead and finish doing my stamping. So I'm going to grab Granny Apple Green. And from that stamp set, I'm going to grab the leaves. These are the leaves. And we're going to ink that in Granny Apple Green. And I want them to live right here in this left bottom corner. Like that. And this is a two-step stamp set. So what makes it so nice is you can line these up so that they will fit perfectly over your leaves and limbs. It does take a steady hand, but if you practice it, you will get better at it. So I'm going to use Petunia Pops. Make sure your flowers are facing in the right direction. And we're going to ink it up. And then I'm going to hover over until I get everything placed about where I want it. And stamp it down. Now you've got colorful flowers on your greenery. Then we're going to take our little trailing stamp. With our Memento. And I'm going to put this on a stamp block. But I don't need the whole thing, so I'm going to bring it about where I need it, and I'm going to press this part up so that it doesn't get ink on it. See what I mean? So I bent that up on the edge of the stamp, and I can hold on to that while I'm inking. So I'm going to ink. This one you do have to be careful. So if you get ink on your block, you might want to wipe it off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a trail from here to here. And then if you need this one longer, you can bring it up. And we're going to do this one from here to here. Just like that. Isn't that cute? So now we have our little bees kind of, our butterflies kind of trailing up our card. So I'm going to use some VersaFine because I like that for sentiments. And this is not a Stampin' Up product, but you can find it in my online store, my Amazon crafting favorites. So I'm going to ink that up and I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday right up here in the top corner. How pretty. I just love that font. So now I have 4 of my Stampin' blends. I have a dark lemon lolly. I have a light boho blue. I have a dark bubble bath. And I have a dark fresh freesia. So we are going to do a little coloring. So I'm going to use my bullet tip and I'm going to come in and color a little bit of the center part of my butterfly. So we have our butterflies all colored. And you can color your butterflies as many colors or as little colors as you like. Totally up to you. All right, so now that we've got this done, I want to run the whole thing. You want to make sure you do all your stamping before you use your embossing folder so it doesn't distort your wording. So we're going to put this in our embossing folder. Bring up our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. We are going to need our number 1 plate, our embossing folder with our cardstock in, and we're going to need our specialty number 4. So lay that on top, and then just crank this through. And now look how gorgeous that made it. Is that not beautiful? But we're going to add a little more color because we're going to take a bubble bath and we're going to do a little bit of ink blending. Not a lot, just a little bit where the butterflies are trailing and a little bit over where your happy birthday is. So let's start right here. And I'm just going to go in circles just to kind of highlight the happy birthday. And then I'm going to start moving down across my trail of butterflies. And then I'm going to come from the middle down this way and just add a little bit where those flowers are at. And that's all we're going to do. We just want a little hint of that pink on this beautiful eyelet. Isn't that gorgeous? So now we are going to go ahead and put our card together. So I am going to take some regular liquid glue. And I'm going to use a little bit more than I normally would because I want it to get into the nooks and crannies of this embossed piece of cardstock. And we're going to press this down on this black piece, which gives a beautiful backdrop to this card. I'm going to turn it over and give it a little back rub. And let's lay this piece over here. The next thing we're going to want to do is glue this down to the front of our card. See how pretty those colors are together? So I'm going to put the glue all over the back of my mat. And then I'm going to set this down, making sure that my edges are nice and even. And then I'm going to open and give that a rub from the inside. Now let's grab our paper trimmer because we need to trim this down to 4 by 5 1/4. So 4 inches. 5 1/4. And then we need to see what we want to stamp on the inside. And I think, how about enjoy the day? I think that would be beautiful. And we might even do those little packages. I think that would be so cute. I'm going to light this up and I am going to stamp this in the black. These I think I want to stamp in the petunia pop. There we go. We're going to put some on both sides. It's cute. I did get ink on the inside. So I'm going to grab my Mono Sand eraser. I do have these in the online store, the Amazon store. So if you need to pick up one, they're called Mono Sand Eraser. They're great for little spots of ink because what they do, they sand the paper so it definitely gets the ink. And cleans up so you don't have an ink spot. They're wonderful to have in your craft room for sure. All right, we've got that ready. So now we just need to put it together. So let's glue this inside. Give that a press. And there is your birthday card, but no card is complete without some bling. So let's pull out some bling bling. Got those, I think. Got those, and I've got the adhesive back 3A pearls. Hmm. You know, I always say you can never go wrong with the rhinestones, the basic rhinestone jewels. I love these, so we're gonna go with these, and they did bring these back, so I was real happy. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off. Let's pull out a sheet of these and get a hold of the cellophane. Yeah, we got bukus of these. I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool because it makes it so easy to pick up the gems. And I'm going to grab these little bitty ones to put on the butterfly. I'm going to put one there and one here. And then I'm going to get a bigger one to go up where his little head is. And I think that will really dress up our butterfly. So we need the little ones. I think adding some on the butterfly just really sets him alive. So let's do one. We did that. So working with the bigger ones for the head. And we need a bigger one here. Those are so pretty. All right, now that we got the butterflies taken care of, let's put a couple. These are the little trios. I think I'm going to put one right here. And one right here. And I think that is plenty of bling for our cute little card. I think that adds so much to it, and I love it. Who wouldn't enjoy this for their birthday? I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I love you guys so much, and I couldn't do what I do without you. If you're interested in purchasing any of the products you saw me use today, there'll be a link below this video that says Shop My Online Stampin' Up store. Also in the PDF tutorial, there'll be a link. So you can go there and actually print out a tutorial with all the measurements and all the products that I used, along with the order number, so it doesn't make it confusing. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for always being here, always watching my videos, and leaving me beautiful comments. It means so much and it warms my heart. And as I always say in closing, let everything that you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He is worthy. Until next time, God bless and keep you. Bye bye.